Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, as it pertains to tomorrow's general election, many of us have waited for this. Many of us can't wait for it to end. I wish to thank the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago for their conduct during this campaign. You've seen other countries, all in different parts of the world, that have become extremely violent during an election. But it shows the maturity of our nation. It shows the maturity of all the people of Trinidad and Tobago. During this general election period, whilst many of us cannot wait for it to end, I certainly enjoyed it. Throughout this campaign, I walked and attended meetings with every one of the 16 other NTA candidates in different constituencies. And other than a few almost dog bites, there was not one occasion I encountered situations of anger, disrespect, aggression, or animosity by anyone. In fact, I made many new friends. I saw the great sense of camaraderie and unity of my country that made me feel good and proud to be a citizen of this country. Whilst at the same time, I saw the zeal for power and opportunity by some, revealing their true character, which I think is indeed unfortunate. I ask us to remember, regardless of who wins tomorrow, there's going to be a day called Tuesday, the 29th of April, upon which we will all be citizens of this great country. We will have one prime minister, one government, and one opposition. And we should all be expected to support, regardless of who wins and who would lose. Having said that, I wish to make it abundantly clear that the only concern I had throughout this campaign would have been the blatant disrespect shown by certain parties in trying to undermine, belittle, and even devalue the importance of other political parties other than the PNM and the UNC. The perception by comments made on the platform by one of those parties is that what third parties they should not exist, that third parties should be there to help remove the PNM, that third parties might split votes, that third parties cannot get into government, so that the value of third parties is just simply to join with the UNC to remove the PNM. I think that is blatant disrespect to each and every person who's not a PNM or UNC till they die supporter. And by the way, that is your right if you want to be a PNM or UNC supporter till you die. There are 200,000 persons on either side who support the PNM and UNC in that way, and that is their right. The political leader could do whatever they want and you will support them. But as I said, that is your right. But there are hundreds of thousands of persons who I am speaking to today to let you know that anytime any political party tries to disrespect you, to tell you that your vote is a nuisance vote if you don't vote for them, that your vote is a vote splitter if you don't support them, that if you support any of the other 15 political parties in this election, then you're probably a PNM B team. I think this shows lack of respect. It shows how they will operate when they get in government, where they will have no care or concern about anybody other than themselves, and they will just be using you to get into government. I am asking those floating voters, that bridge constituency, understand that it is your right to vote for whoever you choose. So you must select persons not based on the lesser of two evils. I think that is total nonsense. All I'm simply asking is that instead of blind loyalty or selecting the lesser of two evils as a justification for your choice, but instead, I'm asking you to look at all 17 political parties in this general election and look at the leadership of the parties. And if you feel the individual or the individuals have the capacity, the ethics, the principles to assist you to make your life better and worthy of your vote, then you make that choice. But do not be forced into believing that you must select the lesser of two evils. The major concern in this country is that of your most fundamental right, which is safety and security. And again, I ask you, look at the leaders, look at the team of all 17 political parties, and you decide which political leader and which party can best serve you. Because the implementation of government policies, that is the catalyst to reduce crime. If you believe that Gary Griffith, the NTA, or any of the other 14 political parties can do this better for you, but you prefer to still support another party tomorrow to override this belief, it shows, I think, your blind loyalty for a political party, and that means that takes precedence over the safety and security of your family, which I think is indeed unfortunate. If you feel the UNC or the PNM can do better for you, then so be it. But do not vote for a party based on the fact that you don't like the other more, so you will vote for the other. Make the choice based not on the lesser of two evils, but on who you feel can make your life safer and improve your standard of living. The most fundamental right of any citizen is that of safety and security. And I think I can boast that there's nobody that has the capacity, the capability to protect you as I will be able to do. But I need to be given that opportunity. And as I said, if there's any other political party that you believe can do better and you want to support, that is your right. Having said that, I wish to state that I do not know what the results will be in this upcoming election. I have provided the nation with another choice. That is all I can do. And I accomplished my task. Whether I would achieve the mission remains to be seen tomorrow. If I am successful, I will serve you in the same way of professionalism and impartiality as I did 17 years in the Defense Force, also as a national security advisor, a security minister, and a commissioner of police, all with measured results. And if it is that I am not successful, based on the tribal politics and people holding on to their PNM till I die or born a UNC and I could die a UNC, which again is your right, I still give the assurance to this country that I will be willing to serve my country in any way that my country sees fit, which means that I am prepared to work with any government or other political party, 15 of the 16 other political parties I would be prepared to. The reason I said 15 of the 16 is that one political leader made it abundantly clear that she cannot and would not work with me. And there's a reason for that, because she would have seen Gary Griffith's character in government when I said I am not going to negotiate with criminal elements and turn a blind eye to wrongdoing. I stood up against my own government with live sport. I refused to be bullied and pressured to try to mislead the police in a matter involving an investigation with a then senior government minister, who, by the way, is now back on their same platform. You would have noticed she abstained from me being commissioner of police. She got the same previous government minister and a present UNC senator to act as attorneys to take the state to court for me to ensure that I wouldn't continue to act as commissioner of police. And they know why. I have seen political parties in this campaign walking around with gang leaders. I have seen those who, when I was arresting persons as commissioner, they were getting them cleared the very next day, and now they are candidates, and they could probably be in the National Security Council. I see some of them, well, there were those who hold senior positions when we were in government, given approval for major gang leaders to acquire massive state contracts, and now they are going up again as candidates. There are some who are romantically involved with gang leaders. So as I said, if you want me to assist you and serve you, just know that it will never happen for another 5 years if certain decisions are made. That choice is yours. I have the world of respect for both the PNM and the UNC, many of them on both sides. Some are my dearest friends and would continue to do so. Both parties have done tremendous work towards the development of the nation, and they have made mistakes, as all humans do. I see them, however, as political opponents and never my enemy, regardless of how any political leader thinks about me. And to close, as I said, I do not know what the results would be tomorrow, but know that regardless of the result, I will always be a patriot to this country and prepared to serve my country as my country sees fit. May the best political party win, and may God bless our nation.